What's going on, this If? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your co-host Darren Bradley, and I'm back again with a Black Lightning Season 3 Episode 5 review. Sorry for the lateness. It's going to be a rough one today. It's just going to be a rough one, mostly because of the episode, but other stuff too. So let's just jump right into it. I don't know how to really feel about this episode. It was a lot of cool stuff in it, but it was also just another one of those wait till we get to this episodes. And I think that's a problem you have with a lot of, these weekly episodes, weekly shows, where you got to get to a certain number of episodes and not really the story. So I think Black Lightning is 24 episodes this season. And this is one of the episodes where it's like, okay, we need an episode this week, but we want to hold off for some other stuff. So basically, it's one of those. Again, let's just jump right into it. We kick off with Agent Odell finding out the identity of Blackbird, or he thinks he knows the identity of Blackbird. He thinks it's Anissa. He's got proof. He's got, stuff. He's been monitoring powers, her height, weight, build, all this good stuff. That's going to come back around later for actually a decently cool part of the episode, which I did enjoy. So then we move on with that to Jennifer. Jennifer's getting sick, and Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, is being, a typical dad. Oh, okay, you feel fine to me, you're going to school. And she's like, yo, I really don't feel bad. And it comes back around. Jennifer goes to school. Her powers are acting up. She blows up a computer lab. It's like, you pay attention when your kids tell you something. They're not always BSing, especially if they don't have a track record of BSing. They probably not feeling good, bruh. And especially when your daughter is a living solar system, basically, all the power she has. If she tells she's not feeling good, maybe not send her to school. So we get that, but that leads to actually some really cool stuff. Let's let's skip a little ahead in the show a little bit. We find out that the new kid in school, and I'll get to him later in detail because there's definitely going to be an episode about him. But the new kid in school, he might be a meta. He absorbs some of Jennifer's extra energy that's coming off to calm her down when an incident comes around later on in the episode. It was actually pretty dope to have this really quick reveal because they don't stick on it long. Another thing I had a problem with the episode, some of the cooler things for me anyway, they don't stick on it. It's there for a second. We'll wait till next episode. And I understand what you're doing because I'm going to watch next episode, but it's also like, come on, man. So we get that. And now we got the cool part when I was saying about with Anissa. So we got these moments that happen in the episode which come away from the superhero stuff. These are some of the parts of the episodes I really do enjoy the most. We get Gambi meeting Grace. Like Anissa brings Gambi over to test the new cure for the metahuman vaccine on her. Or not test, but to give it to her just in case she's sick. And Gambi and Grace start building a relationship. They start getting camaraderie. And like I said, if you know from the comic books, the stuff that happens with Grace's character in the books, Gambi is kind of from that side. They know the secret government side of dealing with metahuman stuff. So with Gambi and Grace getting together, I see some cool things they can do that are comic book related they can bring to the show, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to. So we get like that cool little moment again, and it's nice. We got Dr. Lynn, Mama Lightning, her and Tobias, one-on-one. I call it Lynn, I call it Mama versus Tobias. So Mama Bear versus the whale. And it's dope. And we get how she feels about stuff. We get her fear, her protecting of her family. We get that she does this stuff for her family, even when we think she's just not listening or just being real belligerent. She's doing it for the fam. And the best part of this for me, Tobias knows. Tobias is a smart dude. Tobias is not just some idiot thug criminal or whatever that means. But Tobias is not dumb. Tobias knows Black Lightning is Jefferson Pierce. And he tells her like, oh, I figured it out. And oh, I'm coming for him. And just because you're helping me out right now, I won't kill you and your daughters. And Lynn starts torturing. Like, this is a doctor now. Remember, a doctor on drugs, addicted to, but she's a doctor and she tortures him. And Tobias like, cool, I'll take it. Because what I'm getting from you right now, I need more than anything else. So I can deal with the pain. And that just shows how dope Tobias is. And that was a really cool part. And then we get Because Black Lightning makes a bad decision. Okay, and this comes down to the focal point of this episode. He makes a bad decision. Some parents come to him about their kid from last episode that was taken away because he was falsely accused of having a metahuman gene. So they get him out of Freeland. They get him out the city. But Black Lightning makes a promise to the parents. I know he's alive because he knows. And I mean, we're gonna try to bring him back. We're gonna give him proof. Blackbird, and this is like, no, this is not a good idea. I'm in the business of getting people out, not getting people in. But she does it. It's her dad. No matter how much arguing they have, it's her dad. She's going to listen to her dad. Bringing the kid in. Guess who's waiting for him when they come back in? Painkiller. And like I said, Odell is smart. Odell knows this stuff. Odell is figuring out what's going on. Odell sends Painkiller after Blackbird. One of the major things that ticked me off in this episode, we get Blackbird versus Painkiller 1-on-1 for like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I want to see that supervillain fight. They give it to us for 10 seconds. And I kind of get it. It's a tease. What episode will we really have the Painkiller Blackbird battle? Give it to us now and give us a round 1, round 2, round 3 type of deal. Nah, this is a super tease. Painkiller gets the jump because, of course, Blackbird is protecting the kid. And it doesn't go well. Painkiller kills the kid. Painkiller infects Blackbird. She's a little bit down for the count. And honestly, it's Black Lightning's fault. It shouldn't have happened. So now you got the kid back in the city dead when he was out and alive. Got to tell the parents. So all the kids like, yo, the ASA killed one of ours. Because again, even though it's technically true, Painkiller is ASA. Honestly, this is on Black Lightning. But right now, it's like, no, the ASA killed one of ours. The kids are in an uproar. And where does revolution start? Revolution starts with the children. It usually starts with the children, and the kids are pissed. So they standing up for themselves. The ASA start putting hands on the kids, the soldiers. So Jefferson Pierce, in his civilian garb, he's still a teacher at the school, or counselor now. He comes out trying to defend the kids. The police start beating his butt, and of course the kids are filming it. That's why I tell you, Jennifer Powers get a little bit out of control. She angry. They beating up her dad. That's when the other new student uses his powers to calm her down, to absorb some of her energy. So that happens. Now this is probably the best part of this entire episode. The coolest part of the episode. The part of this episode that actually kind of works the best, even with some of the ups and downs from other storylines. It's Chief Henderson. I always want to double check and make sure I say his name right. Chief Henderson has been arresting people. He's arresting one of the, I want to say, cordial criminals in Freeland. He's a dude that plays both sides of the law. And he basically is what you call a go-between. The dude just knows stuff. So if you need this, he get it for you. You know this, he get it for you. This is for a price, and he uses that. So Chief Henderson arrests him. And he grew up with this guy. Remember, he's a friend. They all the older people have grown up together in Freeland. So he's a friend of Chief Henderson. Chief Henderson like, nah, you got to go to jail. I'm arresting him. So we're like, okay, that makes sense. You're the police chief. You're doing your job, even though it might seem like you're working for the ASA, the government. But, that plays into what's going on with him, how the people think he's a sellout. But then he gets to the pastor. He goes and arrests the pastor. We're like, yo, what's going on? This might be a little bit too far for you, working for the ASA and doing what they want you to do. And the pastor's on him, just calling him out, saying stuff. You can't arrest me in the church. He like, yes, I can. And he arrests him. So he got them both in the van. You heard that? He got some, because he got some. He got them both in the van on some black bag disappear stuff. And he takes them out. And they all like, what's going on? And Chief Henderson like, I know what you doing. I know you moving this. You supplying stuff to the rebels. His criminal friend. He look at the pastor. I know what you doing. Y'all on some Harriet Tubman stuff. Y'all sitting here getting people out of Freeland. So suddenly 2 dudes show up behind Chief Henderson. You like, yo, what's going on? What's happening? It's the Blackbird insurgents, the revolutionaries. And they like, yo, what is this? He like, yo, you doing this to them? You doing this to them? I am the leader of the insurgents. I'm doing this. I am the leader of the Blackbirds. We got to work together. We put all our organizations together, we can actually do some damage to the ACA. We don't need Black Lightning. We can do this. And the other two, like, okay, we feel you, but we can't do this. We need backup. They got this. They got this. Manissa, Blackbird herself, come out the shadows, and Chief Henderson's like, oh no, we're not alone. So Chief Henderson this whole time has been making deals and going back and setting up stuff to build something up to go against the ASA. I said ASA earlier. ASA. And he uses the death of the boy, unfortunately, and the beatdown of Jefferson Pierce as the spark to get the people ready. Because nothing's going to happen from individuals. The people got to fight against this stuff. And that's how they end the show. And tell you the truth, that's how you save a mediocre show. You get that one storyline that don't mean nothing or it seems mad suspect, and you make it the most important thing that's probably going to go on for it. It's the people that matter. If the people don't do it, nothing's going to change. And again, like I said, with Black Lightning, so on point with what's going on right now. It is just relevant. So, maybe not the best show for me, but definitely some of the best setup I've seen for one of these, weekly TV shows. A good setup episode. And a lot of stuff teasing down the line, which I'm super looking forward to. So once again, I'm Darren Bradley, coming from the Initiative. Follow us on all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Afro Anime Initiative. Follow us on YouTube and Twitter at Afro_AI. And follow us on Twitter, because every once in a while, and it might be random from my side of the initiative, where I'll just be into a show and I'll start tweeting. I don't announce it and stuff. I just see something, I like it, then I'll just start. So if you're down for something like that, follow us on Twitter. Once again, at Afro_AI. You guys be good. See you later. Because once again, I saw a superhero on the streets and he was black. And he said this is for the streets. Black Lightning's back.